Hi everyone, it's Hatsy and I'm back with another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are going to be building a tea shop, and this is going to be for a new Machinima Let's Play 3-part series that is coming really soon to the channel. And I posted some pictures on Instagram so you can see the little setup inside, so you get a preview of the interior and what it's going to look like. So I'm actually not going to talk about the Let's Play that much in this build, and that is because I'm going to be talking about them on the Creator Sim that I'm going to be sharing really soon. So that'll be coming out probably this week, and yeah, that'll be pretty good. But this part is just going to be tea spilling because I have so much to tell you. And I was sort of debating, what do I really talk about in this part? But I have like a short sort of story thing that I want to kind of get off my chest. I was tweeting a lot before. It's actually the 14th when I'm recording this, and it's also 10 p.m, which I don't usually record this late, but no, I really have to get this off my chest, so we are going to talk about it. So yeah, I'm actually going to be talking about the whole like wedding drama, like why I had such a crazy time in like Seattle and Hawaii and stuff. That's going to be in the interior of this build. The interior is going to be pretty long, so yeah, we have a lot of time to go over that. And I'm really sorry if you're new to the channel, because in this video, this particular one, I'm not going to be talking about the build that much, and that is just because for the people that have like watched the channel for a while, you know what I do. You know what I'm doing right now because I explain it enough. And yeah, I mean, some people have been pretty concerned about what has happened in terms of this Machinima. So I'm going to start at the beginning with this whole situation, and I'm going to get it off my chest. Okay, so this whole thing starts with San Francisco. Now, I do want to say that I had an amazing time there, and I'm so incredibly grateful to the Sim Gurus for inviting me. I honestly didn't think that I would go this year, and I was so happy to get the invite. I have an amazing community manager who organised it, and it was really good. However, there is always a bad seed. And I'm going to be talking about that in this part. So it was a big event. It was like 50 people there, and everybody was really excited to see each other. And I had such a good time with my friends, and I met some people there that I'm going to keep in touch with for my life, I hope, because I love them, and that's just it. However, it was massive, the event, and lots of international people went, which was amazing as well. So lots of people went from Italy and Spain and France and like all over the place, which is really good to see because it kind of makes the whole community come together, and it's not just people in the US that get to go, it's everybody from all over the world, which is great. So one of the things that I realized when getting to the event, and this is something that came up a lot and it was like openly discussed, was the event was split into 3 different things. So it was split into Sims Mobile, Sims Console, and Cats and Dogs. So I think I can pretty much openly say that because by now you'll know that those were the main things that we went for. So what happened was the 2 days that we were there, the computers/devices were split pretty much into 3 groups. So what I mean by that is like not everybody could go on The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs at the same time. Like there were some people on console, there were some people on Sims Mobile, which works out brilliantly if everybody shares. And to be fair, I'm going to say like 99% of people did share, and that was brilliant. But there were some people that would like run to the computer in the morning, and I noticed it, a few of the people noticed it. They'd be on it till from 8 a.m. in the morning till like 2 or 3 p.m, in the afternoon. Which just isn't fair, if everyone's going for the same thing and the event sort of finishes every day at like 6 or 7. So, there's that. So anyway, before we get to this machine sharing bit, which is going to come up in a second, this was the morning that I was heading to the event on the second day. So I was coming down in the lift, and the floor that I was staying on was a floor that like a lot of people were staying on. I don't know why, but it was. So I bump into this person, and I smile and I say good morning, and they just give me a completely blank look, like no hello, nothing. And to be honest, what was going through my head was, okay, it's international, like I need to remember that not everyone's going to understand me, and that's just it. So I just kind of put it down to that. I didn't put it down to rudeness or like they could understand me or whatever. I just put it down to, okay, like they're probably just going to be struggling with my language, and that's it. So anyway, get to the event, and they just happen to be one of the people that have had this machine from 8 a.m. till 2 to 3 p.m. So on the first day, I was just like, yeah, okay, it's annoying that people have it for longer, but whatever, you know, I'm just gonna enjoy the Sims mobile and the Sims console. But on the second day, I was starting to panic because I hadn't got my footage at all, which was, you know, mainly what I came for, to get Sims 4 cats and dogs footage. So yeah, that was like a definite panic in my head at the time, but it wasn't something that I was gonna start like making a massive fuss over, but I was just waiting for a computer to come up, and when one did, I'd go on it. So yeah, by about 2 to 3 p.m, that's when this person got off the machine and they went somewhere else. So they left the game running. So what I did is I went onto their machine, I saved the family, saved the house, everything, so it was there, you know, if we wanted to come back to it later. I mean, between me and everyone watching this video, I was kind of hoping that they weren't going to. But that was it, you know, I put my stuff down and I started recording. This is no joke to anyone watching this video, okay? I swear, after 2 minutes of recording the footage, they come behind me and they're complaining. They're complaining because I'm now on that computer. And even worse, they are speaking about me in a different language to their friend. And the reason why I know that they were complaining is because I lived in Switzerland for like 6 months or 9 months. I can't remember how long it was when I lived in the French part. However, I speak some French, so I understood, but I just couldn't speak back to them. So yeah, I can understand like little bits of French, but I can't speak it confidently, and that's it. So yeah, I pretty much understood the gist of what they were saying, and it was, why is she sat at the computer? This was where I was sitting, you know, really basic like that. They weren't speaking like that at all. But, you know, you get the idea there. So anyway, I didn't say anything because, you know, again, if it was anywhere else, I would probably answer back and I would probably be like, hang on a minute. But, you know, it's The Sims and I'm having a good time and I'm excited. Like, I don't care. So I just carry on recording my footage and that's really it. I don't think much more of it. So then what happens is we're having like this massive group chat on Twitter with like 40 people in it. And as soon as the event ends, like 5 minutes after, they leave the group chat and they don't like say goodbye. I think they pretty much like unfollowed everyone on Twitter and it was just a really bad way for them to leave it. And I just wasn't expecting it. You know, we go to Sims camp as a Sims community. And I don't know, that pretty much says to me friendliness and happiness and you want to meet people and stuff like that. Like, that's what I went for. You know, honestly, like, okay, I was very excited for Sims Cats and Dogs. But was I equally as excited to meet some of the Simmers that I've been wanting to meet for ages? Yeah. And I was so happy to. And I was so happy to then find out that we had so much in common when I got there. So yeah, that was something that, you know, it's a shame more than anything. It's a shame that they didn't get involved with. And I wouldn't have even mentioned this. Honestly, I wouldn't have even mentioned this on any speed build if the next part hadn't happened. So if you follow me on Twitter, HatsyYT by the way, you will know what happened. And yeah, I was not holding anything back. And the thing is, I know that I probably look like some vocal idiot right now because I do share a lot on Twitter and I probably overshare. But the thing is though, when this happened, I was just like, no, do you know what? I'm coming out with everything because, okay, the first instance where there was rudeness there, okay, fine, I can pass it off. Second, okay, it's a push. Third, it starts to get a little bit crazy after that. So the next thing, there was an amazing talk at the event by the people that make the trailer for The Sims 4, like all the little trailers, you know, for Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, they make all those and they look amazing. So it was really interesting to kind of get to know what they do, like behind the scenes, especially as someone that makes machinimas myself. it was really interesting because hopefully I can apply some of those tips and tricks that they gave us to my own creations. And that's it. So me and Steph got talking to them after the speech, and we were saying it would be amazing to get some of their tools that they use for lighting actually implemented into The Sims. And we're just kind of like throwing around ideas at this point, just giving them suggestions on like how they could do it, things like that, and just running ideas past each other. So yeah, Steph starts this petition. Bless her. And it's amazing. And she's going around like asking everyone like if they want some input on it, and that's fantastic. So a week later, they message Steph and they say, hey, like, let's get that little group together again, by the way. Let's, get the ball rolling properly on this. So that's fantastic. And we're really on board with that, and we're going to get it sorted and, sort of give our ideas about lighting in The Sims 4 and what they could change, like how they could make the sort of cinema mode more unique and have more features and, stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about it. So we decide to get a list together and try and invite other people that make machinimas into this little discussion. So to try to not be some, narrow-minded idiot on this one, I know it probably sounds horrible me saying that, but, I really don't want to come across like that. So I just go and openly type in Sims 4 machinimas on YouTube, because I don't just want to have this little thing as a very close-knit group of my friends that are all going to be commenting about the same thing, and they're all on the same path as well. So they also think it's a really good idea to kind of open up to lots of different machinima creators and get loads of people on board. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking through at people that we should sort of invite into this and get their thoughts on what they'd want to see. So I come across this machinima, and it's made by the person that was very rude to me and that I have a bit of a past with. So I click on it, and you're not going to believe what I see. I see a mirror image of the machinima that I created about 2 to 3 weeks ago, and honestly, I watched it and my jaw just dropped. So if you've ever watched my machinimas, you'll know that I overlap a lot of stuff. If I do music videos, I overlap the singing and put other scenes in there, and yeah, like, I don't know, I do it a bit differently. I've never seen anything like that before. And watching this person's machinima, which was also like a 3-minute video, it was very similar to the one that I made. And okay, just using overlapping scenes, not a big deal. However, using overlapping scenes and using the exact same scenes as I also have, yeah, it looks very much like mine. So yeah, I mean, there's no way that they've made that themselves. They have absolutely watched my machinima videos and made that. And even worse, given me no credit. So if you know me by now, I hate that. Like, that's the worst sin you can commit with The Sims, giving no credit. So I was really offended, honestly. I kind of had to get it off my chest on Twitter and just say, look, I'm mad. Someone's ripped off my content again. Okay, so just to put it into perspective, the girl in my machinima has blonde hair and red lipstick. Okay? The girl in their machinima also has blonde hair, red lipstick. Okay, fine. Similar, not the same thing. So the girl in mine is a psychopath. She is a little bit of a stalker. There's someone that she really likes and she's very obsessed with them. The girl in their machinima is very much like that as well. And the whole video is about how she's going after people and she's getting rid of people, which is really similar to mine. Okay. Is it the same? Not quite yet. I'm getting to it. So, in my machinima, the girl is staring at a whole wall of pictures of the guy that she likes, and she's obsessed with him, and it's in her bedroom, and she's singing, and there's an overlapping going on of like her voice singing and also seeing all these pictures and stuff, and the camera's spinning. Funny, because that's exactly the same in their machinima. And I could go on so much. But yeah, to basically sum it up, the story of like the whole sort of stalker obsession thing, okay, that's the same in both videos. The girl pretty much looks exactly the same. The overlapping, just everything. Honestly, like, it's completely ripped off. And I wouldn't be so dramatic about it because genuinely I am terrified of getting into drama, especially with other YouTubers, or at least channels with bigger audiences than me. That petrifies me because that can just wipe smaller YouTubers off like me, just completely off the scale here, and that's it, you know? But this, like, I have to say something because, you know, I wouldn't have even, no, in fact, I would have probably mentioned something along the lines of the Machinima thing if this had happened, but I wouldn't have gone to the extent of just like bringing up this whole scenario with the person, like how they acted in San Francisco. And honestly, I really do hope that they won't go next year because it was just really unpleasant, to be honest. It's unpleasant to be spoken like about to your face, straight in front of you. And I don't know, it was just really horrible. So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame they thought that that was acceptable. And then it's a shame that, you know, when getting back from San Francisco, the first thing they do is just take one of my Machinimas pretty much and just rename it as theirs, and theirs gets more views. Like that's it, you know? And I'm sure they went to a lot of effort for it, but it's just annoying. So yeah. So I've actually woken up now because I did this voiceover in 2 parts, and it's crazy how I'm more mad waking up in the morning than I was last night when this actually happened. Anyway, I really hope you'll stick around for part 2 because I'm going to go over the whole Seattle / Hawaii drama. That is not to do with Sims / YouTubers or anything like that. That is just completely separate, but I want to go over that because it's a funny one. Hope you stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you on the next one.